in the field of communication services. But before that, of course, I would like to listen and ask Vladimir Medinsky to share the results of his trip and negotiations in Istanbul. Mr. Medinsky, please.
Mr. President, colleagues, I would like to report that the Istanbul negotiations were held in a bilateral format. The negotiations took place in a TTAT format for more than 3 hours, with the participation of all members of the delegation. The working language was Russian. We handed over our memorandum on peaceful regulation, which consisted of 2 parts. The first part is the terms of the long-term peace treaty. The second part is the terms of the ceasefire. The memorandum is based on the basic principles that you formulated in the Foreign Ministry in June last year. The Ukrainian side promised to study it and provide its comments later. In general, during the negotiations, they confirmed their positions, which are summed up in 2 points. The first is to start with a 30 or 60-day unconditional ceasefire. The second point is to use this ceasefire to prepare for the summit of the heads of state. They stated all this in their version of the memorandum, which was presented to us on May 28th. The humanitarian issue was on the verge of the negotiations. We called for a focus on the development of the terms of the peace and not another temporary truce, and we conveyed your position that a meeting at the level of heads of state is possible. However, it is necessary to study it thoroughly, because the heads of state should not study the details of the agreement, but affirm it. That is, to make a final decision on a pre-prepared and agreed project. As for humanitarian issues, we agreed on the following. The first is to carry out a parity exchange of prisoners of war, with at least 1,000 people on each side. First of all, the categories are the wounded, the seriously ill, and the prisoners of war under the age of 25.